Okay, I'm back. So I'm doing a little bit with the phone because I had to set up the camera. Now it's done, and let's move to today. And it's I think it is 9:30 p.m. It's p.m. Today. I don't vlogs. I don't do vlog or record any kind of videos because I'm still in low energy. Then I have learned one live stream today, and the lesson I have learned from that was you can focus on you don't need focus on anything else except you. You must focus on yourself and using 100% of your energy in yourself, not for another things like some bad news in today and some showbiz news or some kind of coronavirus news. I don't like that. I just want to spend my time with my family and for myself, for my health, and for another things like a relationship and my mindset. Okay, so yeah, and what should I do to revise the energy? I think another bike trip to Vũng Tàu, another bicycle trip to Vũng Tàu, because it will be the fourth time that I have traveled to Vũng Tàu by bicycle. Okay, it will occur in the next Monday of the week. What should I do now? So let's spend a little time to talk about the spotlight of the USA. Let's do it. Southwest. Let me see which is the best topic here. I don't know, just open. No, I don't like war. Okay, let's talk about the nation capital. Then I think the nation capital of USA is Washington D.C. Let's talk about it. The nation capital, building a new city with its grand and neoclassical building and its tree-lined avenues. Washington D.C. strikes the visitor as a lovely and formal city. Washington wasn't always this way. When it was decided that the new country needed a new city for its capital, President George Washington himself helped pick the post, a marshy area where the Potomac and Anacostia rivers come together. French engineer Pierre Charles L'Enfant created a design based on Versailles, a palace built for King Louis XIV in the 7th century. The capital city would be crisscrossed by broad avenues, which would meet in a spacious square and circle. Creating Versailles from Mars was no easy task. Building went slowly, and people was reluctant to move to the new capital. For years, pigs roamed through unpaved streets, and there were said to be good hunting right near the White House. Matters were not helped then. During the War of 1812, the British burned parts of Washington. This episode did, however, give the White House its name. The President's house was one of the buildings burned, and after the war, it was painted white to cover up the marks. The second topic is museum and monuments. People often save old things in the attic of their house. 19th century writer Mark Twain called the Smithsonian Institute the nation's attic. This comment is even more true today, when, with its 13 museums, the Smithsonian has at least a little of everything. The Smithsonian began in 1850s with a gift from Englishman James Smithson. Arthur Smithson has set foot in the United States, he left his entire fortune toward this country, asking that it be used to found an establishment for increase and diffusion of knowledge. Of our Smithsonian Museum, the most visited indeed. One of the most visited museums in the world is the National Air and Space Museum. The museum has aircraft and spacecraft that were important in aviation history. It has the craft in which Orville Wright made the first named flight and the plane in which George Lindbergh made the first solo flight across Atlantic. It has the command module that returned the Apollo 11 astronauts to the Earth after the moon landing, and it even had rocks that the astronauts brought back. The Smithsonian building are built on the near Mars, a large open space. The Mars also has monuments honoring George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. Washington was the first president. Lincoln was the president during the Civil War and ended slavery. Many important civil rights events have taken place at the Lincoln Memorial. A third important president, Thomas Jefferson, who was also the main author of the Declaration of Independence, is honored by a monument overlooking the nearby tidal basin. The tidal basin's area is especially beautiful in spring, when its many cherry trees was a gift from Japan are in bloom. I don't feel so good, but still okay. Washington at work. Washington has one major business, and that business is government. The executive departments, Treasury, Agriculture, Education, and many things, see the introduction, are located in Washington. Many of the people who live in Washington work for the federal government. When you are in Washington, you can tour the White House at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. You won't be able to see the president at White House office, as well as living quarters, are closed to the public. However, if you visit Capitol Hill, you might be safe to see one important member of the two branches of government. The Supreme Court has a public gallery, as do the Senate and the House of Representatives. To go to the Senate or House gallery, stop in at any Congressman's office for a pass. Don't be surprised though, if from the gallery you can see a congressperson giving a speech to a nearly empty room. Absent members of Congress are probably at committee meetings, where much of the important work is done. The public can also go to many of these meetings. Okay, that's for all, and wish you luck and precious gift in the first day of 2022.